Yeah. It's always a little dangerous when we think it's not going to stop.
Yeah, that's true.
Because inevitably markets, well, as JP Morgan famously said when he was asked, well, what do you think the outlook for the stock market is? He said it's going to fluctuate.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no question in my mind that we've definitely got very, very strong forces that are driving gold upwards. And that trend is upwards. Whether we get a correction or a pullback at some point, that's a different issue. But
Right.
but the trend is definitely in the right direction. And the really powerful thing to me is not so much who is buying gold, but who is not buying gold.
Right.
That is virtually every individual and institution and mutual fund in North America and in Europe is not buying. That means that there is just tremendous, shall we say, buying power on the sidelines. Yeah, well, I think it's reasonably simple. I mean, if you take a snapshot of where we are today, you look at a reasonably strong dollar, come off a little bit in the last couple of months, but a reasonably strong dollar, you see reasonably high interest rates and interest rates that have moved up aggressively. You see a Federal Reserve and a European Central Bank that don't appear to be in a hurry to cut rates.
Right.
And you see an economy that is still on the surface doing well, and you see a stock market that is still moving up. Well, that is a scenario, frankly, where you sell gold. You certainly don't buy gold in that scenario.
Right.
And so for investors, this doesn't appear to be a great time to buy gold. I mean, I'll argue.
Real World Asset Wealth: How to Protect Your Wealth from the Upcoming Financial Impact. Download this brand new report for free and get instant access to our resources. Click the button below the video now.
Yeah.
But and as we've discussed before, and as everyone knows, the central banks are buying for other reasons. They're not buying gold because they think, wow, it's a good investment right now.
Right.
Interest rates might come down. They're buying gold for other reasons, so they're price agnostic. So that's why I think the main reason that Western investors, large and small, have not really moved into gold. And that's even exaggerated when you look at the gold stock.
Right.
Because, if interest rates are high and the dollar's strong and the stock market is strong, you don't buy gold stocks. Yeah, I don't think it's the stock market. I don't think Jerome Powell and the Fed is going to change direction because of the stock market. I mean, other than a 1929 collapse.
Right.
And I don't think they care too much about AI if NVIDIA falls 30%. I don't think that does it. What will do it is one of two things, in my view. Either meaningfully higher unemployment.
Yeah.
And I mean, as we've discussed, I think the unemployment rate number in the US grossly understates the real pain in the employment picture, with people having two jobs, with people having part-time work instead of full-time work, and
Right.
driving Ubers instead of working in an office in white-collar work. But it understates the difficulties in the employment market. But nonetheless, I think a significant move up in the unemployment rate will certainly tilt the balance.
Right.
Right? It will tilt the balance. Now, Jerome Powell himself said last month, he said, I'm not talking about 1/10 or 2/10 of a percent. So we're talking about a steady, meaningful increase. But I don't think even that alone, that will tilt the balance. The other thing, of course, will be institutions failing. Another central bank, another regional bank failure. And that looks as though it's getting closer, doesn't it? Banks are beginning to write down some of their loans, and other banks, even more importantly, significantly, not writing down loans, but they're not getting paid on. So it's just pretend and extend. So that, I think, will cause the Fed something like that will cause the Fed to change direction. But, as we've discussed, and as everybody knows, the Fed really has a dilemma here.
Right.
Because they should increase rates to kill inflation. I mean, even with the PCI numbers or, the core PCI, let's make it as narrow as we possibly can. The core PCE that came out, okay, so it was 2% month on month. That's still 2.8% year on year. And even if you extrapolate the 2% going forward, that's 2.4, that's still 20% above their own arbitrary artificial target.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, they look at that, and but I think a lot of people see that inflation is actually higher than that, and so you need to raise rates. Bill Dudley, the former New York Fed president, made the point this morning. You need to raise rates in order to kill inflation. But they know full well that will hurt the economy, particularly the lower 50% in terms of income and assets. And I think more importantly, that will potentially cause disruption in the things we're talking about, commercial real estate, regional banks, but also just make the US federal government's problem in financing debt much more difficult. Because, even if rates stay where they are, the amount of money that goes on servicing the US debt, we're talking about the US here, but services US debt is going to increase, even if rates just stay where they are. Because the 5-year notes that they issued 4.5 years ago were issued at under 2%. When they come due, the US government is not paying off any of its debt. I mean, I hope everybody realizes